Okay, think about this for a second. When's the last time you felt, truly free, like really alive and energized?
hmm
Maybe you were uh, laughing really hard with someone, or maybe exploring somewhere new, feeling a bit rebellious even.
Yeah, or trying something totally new.
Exactly. Or maybe it was just this unexpected deep connection you made. Whatever it was, you felt, I don't know, refreshed, right? Liberated.
hmm
But if you're sitting there thinking, gosh, I actually can't remember the last time, well, you're really not alone. And honestly, that's probably a sign this deep dive is for you.
And that's precisely what we're digging into today. This idea of true fun, what it actually is, why it feels so hard to find these days.
Right.
And importantly, the practical ways to actually bring it back in your life. We're not just talking about like killing time or mindless
A little
entertainment.
just deeper.
It's a profound state, really. Feeling truly alive, truly engaged.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Our starting point today is inspired by an author who, funnily enough, began her whole quest for true fun because of kitchen renovations.
Kitchen renovations, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds relatable in a weird way, right? Falling down an internet rabbit hole.
Yeah.
For her, it was hours researching faucets or like scrolling eBay for vintage drawer pulls.
Oh, wow. Antique hinges, maybe?
Antique East Lake door hinges, specifically. And even though it was this creative project, she realized it just left her feeling empty, unfulfilled. What do you think was going on there?
Well, it's fascinating, isn't it? Because it clearly wasn't just about the renovation itself. She had this light bulb moment about her phone, how addicted she'd become.
The phone.
Uh,
Always the phone.
right. She said it controlled her. First thing she grabbed in the morning, last thing at night, any moment of quiet.
Poof, phone in hand.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
almost involuntary. On the bus, relaxing in bed, didn't matter.
Yeah, I recognize that feeling. And she saw, it wasn't just her, right? She started seeing it everywhere.
Oh, yeah. People texting while driving. Like 70 miles an hour. Families in restaurants, everyone staring at their own screen.
Mm-hmm. Interactions just constantly broken by notifications.
And the real kicker for her was realizing it had invaded her time with her daughter, feeling distracted, only half present.
Oof, that hurts.
Yeah, and that was the moment that really pushed her to find ways to, as she put it, actually live, to, break up with her phone and reclaim her attention.
It really hammers home this point, doesn't it? Our attention is just, it's everything. It's our most valuable resource. Andy Dillard said it right. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives.
It's so true. What you pay attention to is your life, essentially. You only experience, only remember what you focus on. So those little choices every day, they add up. They're huge.
Chillingly accurate, yeah. And it feels like everything is designed to just siphon off that attention, like this whole time is money thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's so ingrained.
It goes way back. Industrial age stuff. Before that, people worked until a task was done, right?
Yeah.
Finish the harvest, day's over. Time to, I don't know, listen to an epic poem by the fire for hours.
Imagine. Whereas now, especially with salaried work, there's always more you could be doing. You never feel truly finished. It's just constant churn.
Yeah, this churning feeling, exactly. And then there's this weird guilt, isn't there? If you even think about doing something just for pleasure. Like it's fundamentally lazy or wasteful.
You totally nailed it. That guilt is so pervasive. And of course, technology steps right into that gap. It's perfectly designed to capture us.
Deliberately, you mean?
Oh, yeah, very deliberately. You've got former tech engineers, Facebook people, admitting they used brain hacking techniques.
Right, I remember reading about that.
Sean Parker, Facebook's first president, he literally said the goal was to consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible.
Wow, just blatant.
It's not an accident. Even Google found addictive patterns of engagement. Their report basically said, we're all hooked, plain and simple.
And when I looked into this, the dopamine connection really stood out. You know, that brain chemical that gives you the buzz, the feeling of being alive during true fun.
Yeah, the reward chemical.
But here's the thing that got me, and it's kind of scary. Our dopamine systems, they don't discriminate.
Meaning
Meaning our brains can't tell the difference between a dopamine hit from something genuinely good for us and one that's not. Between real fun and what the author calls fake fun. It's all just dopamine.
And that's where the hidden costs start piling up, right? Because social media absolutely exploits this non-discriminatory nature.
How so?
Well, think about the obsession with likes. Each like is a little dopamine hit. But it leads to this performative stuff, comparing yourself, feeling insecure, jealous even.
Yeah, kills real connection.
Totally, because you're comparing your messy reality to someone else's curated highlight reel. And the unpredictability of it, when will someone respond? That makes it even more addictive. Variable rewards are powerful.
It's just this endless loop. And all that constant distraction from our devices, it messes with our memory too, doesn't it?
Big time. Your brain needs to physically change to store long-term memories. Distraction completely disrupts that process.
So if you can't form solid memories,
You struggle to connect ideas. It impairs deep thinking, creativity, problem solving, fundamentally changes how your brain works over time.
and there's a physical toll too, right? Not just mental.
Absolutely. All those notifications, those alerts, they keep your body in a low-grade fight or flight mode. Cortisol levels stay elevated.
Which is bad long term.
Very bad. It impairs judgment right now. But long-term, it's linked to depression, heart disease, even Alzheimer's. So much of what we call leisure time on screens, it often falls into that fake fun category.
Like what sort of things?
Oh, mindlessly scrolling, maybe online shopping you don't need, just passive entertainment. Things that feel like relaxing but actually leave you feeling more anxious, more drained, more alone.
Which leads right into the loneliness issue we hear so much about. It makes total sense now, connecting the dots.
It does. The stats are pretty stark. AARP found over a third of adults over 45 felt lonely back in 2018, up significantly from before. Cigna said nearly half of Americans feel alone sometimes or always.
Wow. That's huge.
It's an epidemic. The UK even appointed a minister for loneliness in 2018. That's how serious it's become.
Wow. A minister for loneliness.
And researchers like Jean Twenge argue pretty convincingly that smartphones are tied to the worst mental health crisis in decades, especially for teens and young adults.
And your connection is face-to-face time.
That seems key. Loneliness expert John Cacioppo found the more face-to-face interaction you have, the less lonely you feel. Simple but powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And the pandemic, obviously, just threw gasoline on the fire. Screens became this lifeline, but it entrenched a lot of those unhealthy habits even deeper.
Okay, so that's the problem laid bare.
Yeah.
Pretty bleak. But what is the solution? What exactly is this true fun? Because, the word fun gets thrown around for everything.
Oh, totally. It's used so sloppily.
I saw articles suggesting, like, roasting a turkey is fun, or getting more sleep, even watching a climate change documentary. Important, maybe, but fun.
Right. Not exactly the definition we're looking for. Even the historian Johann Huizinga, who wrote the classic book Homo Ludens on play way back in 1938, kind of struggled. He basically said, you'll know it when you feel it.
Helpful.
Well, he called it a primary category of life, something even animals recognize instinctively, familiar but hard to pin down with words.
So how did this author define it then, if the experts struggled?
She took a really interesting approach, looked at her own good times through a positive psychology lens, and then recruited this global fun squad, like 1,500 people.
A fun squad. I love that.
Yeah, and she just asked them to describe their moments of true fun. And the stories were amazing, really specific, kind of weird sometimes.
Like what? Give us an example.
Okay, so one was just playing fetch with this super goofy, happy dog. Another was a sleepover in a pink Parisian bedroom where a mom and daughter pretended to have British accents the whole time.
Okay, that's pretty specific.
Right. Or this environmental volunteer trip in Siberia, singing and playing with local kids even though they didn't speak the same language. The point was, even without a definition given up front, everyone knew what she meant by true fun. It resonated.
So they instinctively got it. Did patterns emerge from all those stories?
Absolutely. 3 core elements kept showing up, sometimes alone, sometimes together. The first one, playfulness.
Okay, playfulness. More than just games, I assume.
Much more. It's like the spirit, this attitude. It lifts you out of the everyday grind, strengthens bonds, builds confidence, creates closeness. Think about inside jokes. That's playfulness, building connection.
Yeah, those little shared worlds.
Exactly. Stuart Brown, the play researcher, put it bluntly. When we stop playing, we start dying. It's that fundamental.
Okay, so playfulness. What's number 2?
Connection. We touched on this with loneliness, but it's vital for happiness and health. That huge Harvard study, the one that followed people for decades.
Yeah, I know the one.
It found strong relationships at age 50 were a better predictor of health at 80 than cholesterol levels.
That's incredible. Better than cholesterol.
Right. And it doesn't have to be deep, lifelong bonds either. Even those little fleeting interactions, like joking with a barista, can boost your mood. And connection isn't just people, it's connecting with your body through movement or with nature, getting those outdorphins, as someone called them.
Outdorphins.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, playfulness, connection. What's the third piece?
The third is flow. You've probably felt this. It's that state where you're completely absorbed in something.
Totally focused.
Yeah, time just evaporates. You lose your self-consciousness, you're challenged but not overwhelmed, pushed right to the edge of your abilities.
Like the author's guitar class example.
Perfect example. 90 minutes felt like 5, and she came out energized, engaged. That's true flow. It's totally different from what she calls junk flow.
Dunk flow, like scrolling.
Exactly. Mindless screen staring that leaves you feeling drained, not energized. Big difference.
Okay, playfulness, connection, flow. Got it. But how do you know in the moment if you're hitting true fun? Is there a sign?
There's one really reliable sign. Laughter.
Laughter. Simple as that.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, you might laugh sometimes when you're not having fun, like nervously or something. But when you are experiencing true fun, laughter is almost always there.
And it feels good, physically.
It does. Physiologically, it's great. Reduces cortisol, that stress hormone, which actually helps your memory. It releases endorphins, which help with pain, bonding, stress buffering. It's like nature's signal saying, yes, this is good.
Okay, this is all making sense. So we know what it is, why it's missing, why we need it. How do we actually get more of it? What's the practical advice?
Well, the how-to. The author developed this really helpful framework, an acronym, SPARK.
Spark. Okay.
And she frames it cleverly like a diet, but instead of restricting, you get to eat more of the foods you actually love.
I like that framing. Okay, break down Spark for us. What's S?
S is for make space. This goes back to that core idea. Reclaim your attention. Your life is what you pay attention to.
You have to be intentional.
You have to actively claim your time and mental space. Because if you don't, something else, your phone, work emails, other demands, will absolutely fill it.
That feels crucial. And part of making space, something that really struck me from the book, is dealing with responsibilities, especially at home.
Ah, yes, the fair play anecdote.
Right. The author shared this really honest story about getting furious after reading Eve Rodsky's book on dividing household labor, leaving it on her husband's pillow.
And then snapping at him when he tried to discuss it.
Yeah, because she felt she was carrying all the invisible mental load.
Mm-hmm.
But the solution wasn't ignoring chores, it was actually defining them, divvying them up fairly through regular coffee dates.
And that reduced the resentment.
Dramatically. And crucially, it created actual space, time, and energy for both of them to pursue fun.
Well, it's about
It's
conjuring.
just rebalancing.
It really is. And that extends outwards, too. Part of making space is giving others permission to have fun.
Being a permission slip, she calls it.
Exactly. Cheer on your friends, your partner, when they pursue their fun magnets, as she terms them. Don't make them feel guilty or expect payback. That generosity creates more space for everyone.
I love that. What else for S? Decluttering.
Yep, physical and mental. Marie Kondo style for your stuff, letting go of things that don't spark joy or just constantly remind you of tasks. Physical clutter is mental clutter.
Totally. Hard to relax when you're surrounded by reminders of what you should be doing.
And novelty helps too, being in new surroundings away from those cues. Mentally, it's about mindfulness, single tasking, quieting that internal mini blizzard of thoughts.
And of course, the digital boundaries we talked about.
Absolutely critical for making space. Practical stuff. Phone out of the bedroom, separate alarm clock, maybe limiting email checks, thinking about screen time like food is this nourishing oatmeal like a map app or empty junk food scrolling.
Good analogy. Oatmeal versus junk food screen time.
Make conscious choices. And finally, under space, is maybe optimizing your social life. Dunbar's number, you know. The idea that we can only maintain so many meaningful connections.
Right, like 150 acquaintances, maybe 15 closer friends, 5 best friends, something like that.
Exactly. It suggests focusing on the quality of connections over just the sheer quantity. Deeper connections often foster more true fun.
Okay, that's a lot packed into S Makes Space. Once you've hopefully cleared some room, what's P?
P is pursue passions, because once you've made that space, that vacuum, you need to intentionally fill it with good stuff.
Otherwise, the old habits just creep back in.
Precisely. You need activities you genuinely enjoy to fill that time.
And the author had a great slightly crazy story for this one, right? The rowing.
Oh, the rowing adventure, yes. It was this weirdly warm Halloween morning, storm clouds brewing,
Sounds ominous.
and her coach just dares her to get in the boat. She takes this irrational challenge, pushes off, and splash, falls right into the river.
No, no. Was it freezing?
Apparently surprisingly clean was her description. But yeah, she's soaked, struggling back, and she and the coach start this call and response. We're having fun. We're having fun.
That's hilarious and awful all at once.
Right. Totally uncomfortable, absurd, but it became this treasured memory. Playful connection, flow, even in the struggle. She said she wouldn't choose to fall in again, but she's so glad she did.
Surprisingly clean. That detail kills me, but it shows how passions, even messy ones, lead to these memorable moments, like her foraging phase.
Oh yeah, the pandemic foraging, finding wineberries, which sound lovely, and then discovering raw ginkgo fruit smells like.
What is it? Cheesy vomit.
Chuckles, cheesy vomit, you remembered. But even the ginkgo experience illustrates the point. Pursuing interests, hobbies, passions, it naturally breeds playfulness, connection, flow. You learn stuff, gain skills.
Like learning a language to travel or an instrument.
Exactly. It opens up new avenues for fun.
But what about the barriers? Like, what if your passion is solitary, or you have a partner and no time?
Good points. Solitary hobbies are valuable, no doubt. But the author emphasizes that true fun often thrives on connection. So even introverts might find more true fun by sharing their passion with a small group sometimes.
Okay.
And for couples, Eve Rodsky's unicorn space idea is key. That protected time for your individual passions, separate from shared couple activities, it's vital.
And the biggest barrier for many, perfectionism. That fear of looking stupid.
Yes. Perfectionism is brutal. It really damages well-being, more stress, more anxiety.
But isn't there a difference between that and just, like, wanting to do well? Healthy striving.
Absolutely. Pushing your skills, like in flow, is great. That's productive striving. It's when perfectionism becomes paralyzing, driven by fear of judgment. That's the problem.
So it's about the motivation behind it.
Yeah, and embracing the process over the outcome. The author stresses just trying new things, even if you look silly. Her daughter called it vertigo, that feeling of encountering newness all the time.
Vertigo. I like that.
And just ask yourself, like the author did after falling in the river, what's the worst that could happen? Usually it's not that bad.
Takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Okay, S is space, P is passions. What's A?
A is attract fun. This is about cultivating a mindset and attitude that actually invites fun in.
How do you do that? Become a fun magnet.
Kind of. She uses this great phrase, aim to be easy to laugh.
Easy to laugh.
Yeah. The more easily you laugh, apparently, the more attractive you are to other people. And just to fun situations themselves, it creates this positive energy.
That makes sense. Like attracts like.
Sort of. And related to that is the yes and principle from improv comedy.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Say yes to the premise and build on it.
Exactly. Enthusiastically go along with things, build momentum. It's about being open and collaborative. Even if it feels a bit awkward at first, like the author's own embarrassing improv class story, the principle works.
Generosity and openness again. What else helps attract fun?
Practicing presence. We keep coming back to this. But being present through mindfulness, single tasking improves your mood and makes you more tuned in to others, which again fosters connection. You notice more opportunities for fun when you're actually here.
Right, not lost in your head or on your phone.
And another lovely practice is practicing delight. This comes from the poet Ross Gay. It's about consciously noticing and maybe even naming small moments of delight throughout your day.
Like finding that patch of wineberries despite the ginkgo incident.
Exactly. Just acknowledging the small joys. It tunes your brain to a delight frequency, making you notice more of them. It awakens that playful inner kid.
Delight frequency, love it.
And finally, for attracting fun,
use playgrounds.
Playgrounds like slides and swings.
Not literally, although maybe sometimes. No, these are structures or frameworks that naturally invite fun. Think games, sports, rituals, even structured conversations, making music together.
Okay, like rules that create freedom. Paradoxically, yes. The author's pie madness example, debating pies, dressing up the structure fosters spontaneity within boundaries. It creates safety and belonging. So, participate in existing playgrounds or even use props, a giant bubbles, a foam ball to spark spontaneous play. Gentle nudges.
Got it. Okay, SPAR is next. Revel. This sounds intriguing.
It is. It means deliberately, but harmlessly, stepping outside the norms of everyday life just for the fun of it.
Harmlessly is key.
Absolutely, no hurting anyone. It's about that feeling of escape, countering the sameness of adulthood, as she puts it. A little dose of healthy irresponsibility is good for us.
Permission to be a bit mischievous. I
Yeah.
like it. How do we rebel harmlessly?
Well, you can rebel against your own habits and routines, mix things up, like the fun squad person who just randomly danced down the laundry aisle.
Huh? I bet that felt good.
That little dopamine jolt encourages more novelty, or rebel against convention surprise people in fun ways, like that no-pants subway ride. Thousands of people joining in on something absurd and joyful.
Shared, joyful subversion. Love it.
You can rebel against the shoulds, too. Question obligations, like that family who ditched the stressful Thanksgiving norms and created their own relaxed holiday.
Taking back control.
Exactly. Rebel against formality and perfectionism. Just be your authentic, maybe slightly messy self, like the author giving that presentation in spandex, ditching her notes. It's liberating.
Letting go and just being.
And finally, rebel against, like, strict adulthood or perceived selfishness. Play with kids, it's crucial. And prioritize activities that are genuinely just for your joy. Like the author deciding not to learn the lead part in swing dancing because following was more fun for her.
That's powerful. It's not selfish to prioritize your own fun if it fills your tank.
It actually gives you more energy for everything else.
Okay, SPAR. Last one is K. Keep at it.
Yes, this is crucial. Cultivating fun isn't a one-off fix, it's an ongoing practice, like exercise or healthy eating.
You have to keep choosing it.
You have to actively claim it, protect it, because the world is pretty good at trying to steal it back with demands and distractions.
So how do you keep at it?
Prioritize your fun magnets. Actively schedule fun. Put it on the calendar. Just looking forward to it. That anticipatory savoring boosts happiness before you even do the thing.
The anticipation is half the fun sometimes, yeah.
Invest your resources, especially money, in experiences rather than just stuff. Especially experiences with other people. They create lasting memories and satisfaction in a way objects rarely do.
Experiences over things. Got it.
And use technology wisely. We bashed it earlier, but it can support true fun. Plant ID apps for nature walks, guitar tab apps, online games with friends. Use it for playfulness, connection, or flow.
Intentional tech use.
Right. Maybe rediscover analog things too, like actual phone calls. Or try digital Sabbaths and feel that joy of missing out, JOMO, the freedom of disconnecting.
JOMO. Any more JOMO?
Don't we all? And finally, build yourself a fun toolkit.
A toolkit. Like
Yeah.
physically?
Could be physical or mental. A collection of ideas, prompts, souvenirs. Maybe a journal of fun times, a jar where you write down delights, photos, ticket stubs.
Yeah.
Things you can look at for inspiration or just a quick mood boost. Reminders of the fun you've had and can have again.
I love that idea. A tangible fun resource.
So really, to wrap it all up, true fun isn't just some frivolous extra. It's not a distraction from the hard stuff in life.
It's actually a solution.
It is a solution. It makes us healthier physically and mentally. It makes us happier. It helps us connect, create, and ultimately flourish.
It comes back to that core idea, doesn't it? Our lives really are what we pay attention to.
They are.
So the question for all of us, for you listening, is how will you choose to direct that attention, your most valuable resource, to cultivate more true fun starting today?